Welcome back to Kerney-cation. Today we're in Kentucky visiting the Mammoth Cave. Today we are going to be checking out some of the paths, the caves, and we're also going to show you around our Airbnb in Horse Cave, Kentucky. So it's about a 6 to 8 hour drive. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this real family vacation. Welcome to the Mammoth Cave National Park Visitor Center here in Kentucky. So the Visitor Center is the prime location. It's right next to the entrance to the Mammoth Cave. So they built it right next to the main entrance into the cave system. They have this little underhang here with cave tour information if you want to check what time your tour is leaving or any additional details. I definitely recommend booking ahead of time if you can because they sell out quick. So it's the main attraction obviously here in Kentucky at the Mammoth Cave National Park is going on tours for the Mammoth Cave, and there's plenty of different tours available. So I definitely recommend checking out their website weeks in advance before you go to make sure that you book this before you head out to Mammoth Cave. One thing to note is that Mammoth Cave is on Central Time. You'll see it actually right above the door here. I was happy to see that because we came from Eastern, and it's like 15 minutes away from the time change. So just be aware of that. Your tour does leave on Central Time. So the building here is very beautiful, and they had a couple gift shops. In addition to the gift shops, they have this Hidden Wonder tour. So it's like a guided walking tour. So while you're waiting for your actual cave tour, they have this indoor exhibit that you and your kids can walk through. They had lots of signs, lots of historical details to read through, and of course clocks just about everywhere so you're not late for your tour. What do you think, boss? Is that your mommy?
Hello.
What do you got there?
Juice to Jupiter tangerine
Juice to
IPA.
Jupiter.
Swear I haven't had any of it yet.
Yeah, so we did the guided tour. It was about 100 people, and it was, yeah, like Krystal said, it was like 57 degrees in the cave. So, but with 2 kids, it was, you know, we were warm because we had to carry them at some parts, and there's a lot of steps. There's like 500 steps total, I think.
Well, and there were some parts where, sorry to interrupt you, but there were some parts where, like, I wish I could have held the kids because, like, there's steps and it, like, the ceiling is low, so you're, like, hunched over, and the stair is literally only big enough for, like, a mid-sized person, not even a large person, and you're kneeling down, so, like, we couldn't help them through that, so I felt bad because, like, we were slow down the stairwell, so that was kind of hard.
Yeah. But overall, it was good. I'd probably give it 7 out of 10 Kerneys. Mainly for it's just the Mammoth Cave. It's awesome. So it's really cool. You should definitely check it out. I the -3 points is probably just because it's hard with kids, and like we were like running to keep up with the group. Like we had to like speed walk, or else we would have got like left in the dust.
Well, and it was disappointing because like obviously the Mammoth Cave offers a various amount of tours you can take. One of them is a discovery tour where it's the most kid-friendly, where you can like sort of do your own tour without a guide. But the historic tour that we took advertises itself as being kid-friendly, and I liked the tour guide. Like I liked what he had to say. Like the few things we got to watch were really interesting, but because the front of the group was speeding, and then we weren't even the last ones in the group. There were several people behind us, but by the time we caught up with the group, he had either already started talking or was nearly completed with whatever he had to say. So like we didn't even get to see the tour. So like I could have paid less and gone on the discovery tour instead of paying more for this one, but I wanted to hear what he said. So that was kind of disappointing. So I would still say 7 out of 10 Kerneys, but I would put that in as one of my negative points.
Yeah, like I definitely would recommend the discovery tour, just because going at your own pace would be way better. Because he's like, this isn't a photo tour, like don't take pictures. Which is fine, because like it's funny enough, as soon as he said that, someone started taking a picture and the whole group got separated. But yeah, it would have been nice to be able to stop and take pictures. It was kind of hard to do that just because it's such a big group and you only have so much time. But it was still an awesome tour, so I liked it. It was a lot of fun. This here is what they call the Giant's Coffin. It was pretty cool. They actually turned the lights off on us, and it was extremely dark in this section of the cave during the tour, which was kind of cool. And sorry, it's kind of shaky, some of the footage, because you can't take a gimbal through the tour, so I was literally just holding my camera. Here's another one, the Bottomless Pit. So this one was a deep pit that they couldn't see down because it was so far deep just with the torches they had back in the day. But still looks pretty bottomless. Here's Mommy. We just crawled through, what was it, Fat Man's Misery?
Fat Man's Misery.
I'm a fat man. That was miserable.
My favorite part.
Oh, dude, I was sweating. I'll try and inject some footage into the video from Krystal filming behind me, just crawling through this crevice. Oh, I don't remember it being like this when I was a kid. Yeah, maybe we did not do this one. But I think definitely next time we'll try to do the Discovery Tour to see what that one's about. And then, so you actually come out the same way you come in. So we came out this main entrance they had. It looks like water drips down over the top, which was pretty cool. But overall, it was a lot of work kind of carrying the two kids, but definitely a sweet experience. You can probably hear our goat. Our sheep friends? Yeah, our sheep friends. Let me see if I can.
One other point to make is like I specifically have a bucket list goal of like seeing as many national parks as we can. So we drove 6 hours from where we live specifically for this. And we're only staying 2 nights. I would say that I would have preferred to stay maybe another night if the national park was the only destination that we were going to see. But we chose to stay at like an Airbnb because the campsites are first come, first serve, and with 2 toddlers, it's just not a game I'm willing to play. So we did an Airbnb that's on 45 acres of farmland. So we actually get to see like goats and horses and like pet them. They left us snacks to feed the horses. And so that to me made the 6-hour drive on top of what we were here to see in the first place, which is Mammoth Cave, completely worth it. Especially with kids. I mean, I would have enjoyed it alone, but the kids loved the goats. There's sheep. It's beautiful to sit out. We don't have to worry about being too loud. It's definitely worthwhile. And the Airbnb price was pretty good, all things considered. And after a long day walking the caves, maybe I'm bougie, but it feels nice to have like a real shower and a bed and still get to enjoy being outside.
Yeah, you didn't like the Budget Inn we drove by?
You know, there is a pretty cool, I'm probably not pronouncing this right. Wim Wham. It's like a TP campsite. I absolutely want to do it. It looks horrendous, but it looks so cool.
Air conditioners hanging out the windows.
It's just basically like a concrete teepee, but it's gotta go without
very
kids.
Very touristy.
Yes, but it's definitely something. If I didn't have kids, I totally would have talked Nate into doing.
What did you think of the trails, honey?
I really liked the trails. I'm pretty sure the trail was called Echo.
Yeah, the one trail we did.
Whatever.
They have like 10 or 12.
I liked it a lot.
At the visitor center.
I like that they give options. Like, we specifically wanted to do like a shorter trail, and we were hoping to see what they called White Cave. Spoiler alert, you can't go inside of it.
It's a crevice.
So maybe if I had known more information, I might not have chosen that path. But overall, it's nice because they have like really well paved, well taken care of paths if you stay on the paved paths. And then they have like man-made created paths that are still like park trails, even though it's not paved. And it wasn't hard at all to navigate. Like, I think we did, a 1 mile one?
We did some distance. I think we did like a mile and a half or two. No, I think it was 2 mile hike.
And we've done like hikes like that before with the kids, and like the trails have been just like so like rugged that like we carried them most of the time,
Yeah,
and we
Georgia
didn't
was
have we
rough.
didn't have to do that this time. Like, it was uphill, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. And the views were nice. Like, it wasn't just like repetitive, like treeless nothingness. It was good. It was a good walk.
Yeah.
And I liked, because we have Cuyahoga Valley National Park near us, like really close. And our trails are nice, and we have like little things, but this, because of the Mammoth Cave and like the river and the attractions, like all throughout they had like interactive like information boards, but like you could also like hit a button and it would like tell you about that. So like for us with kids, even though they're really not retaining the information, they enjoy that. So like we get to hear, yeah, we get to hear the information and they enjoy pushing it. If they were a little older, they would probably enjoy pushing it too. So that was nice.
Yeah. I mean, we're spoiled with the Cleveland Metro Parks, but I mean, I'd give that a 6 out of 10 for the trails. I really like the paved trail; was nice. So 6 out of 10 Kerneys for me for the parks.
I'd give it like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 maybe.
8 out of 10.
Because it was really well, like, we're spoiled with the Metro Parks because of the abundance, but like this was well taken care of, and it was like nicely paved and nice bridges, and ours are definitely nice, but like a lot of them need like a little bit of maintenance. We didn't see all of Mammoth Cave, so I'm sure that's probably the case for some spots.
There's so much more.
But the spots that we saw were wonderful.
Yeah. On our Airbnb property, we actually stayed at a horse farm. So they gave us some horse treats, and it was nice because the kids got to feed the horses. They came right up to the fence and fed the horses, and they were actually super friendly. But my son, he's just not a huge fan of animals, so he actually didn't want to feed the horses. But Lily, our daughter, she had a great time feeding the horses. So definitely, I'll put a link below to the Verbo that we stayed at, just in case you're interested and you're looking for a place to stay when you visit the Kentucky Mammoth Cave National Park. But all right, so I think that'll do it for us. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this real family vacation. It's kind of one of our weekend getaways to Kentucky. So we're going to try and do some more of these just weekend trips and just shoot a quick vlog. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe.